before I introduce our guests, just a big thank you to, well, first of all to the Parish Council, because without them it wouldn't exist, and also a thank you to that group of people who come out on a Thursday night and clap for carers, albeit that seems to be a little bit old hat now, but it still seems a reason to go and stand under a lamppost and have a drink on a Thursday night. Well, thank you to all those people who have put effort in and put some work in. And I suppose I've just got to do a thank you to my wife, who seems to organise a lot of these things and puts quite a lot of effort in. So thank you very much to my wife as well. So, but a thanks to everybody for coming today. I'm going to hand over in a minute to our guests. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for joining us. Very, very good of you to come out today. And to the Parish Council who have come en masse today. And Peter, I think you're going to say a few words, aren't you, on behalf of the Parish Council? I am. Should we do that first before we ask you the unveiling? You might be better on this side because they won't be able to hear you.
Okay. Cameras. So, as you're aware, on the Parish Council we have our resident historian David, who unfortunately can't be here today. So he sent me a few notes about the history of Elston, which probably you all know, but we'll go for it. So Grimsby originally was a medieval township of Grimsby and Brockholes, and there were two neighbouring settlements of Elston and Alston. In the advent of local government in 1894, Grimsby gained its own parish council and Elston became part of Grimsby. So the hamlet of Elston in the mid-19th century covered 962 acres and had 9 properties in it, apparently. As you're probably aware, it is a Saxon derivative of the name. It was known as Etheliston in 1212. Apparently there is documentation from some local Victorian historians who state that they have a deed in the Saxon tongue that is bequeathing the land to, the word is a Belseer, which means meaning godfather, and it was from King Ethelstan, who was King of England 924 to 927. So there is a good bit of history in the place. Moving on in time, in the mid-19th century, there was a working corn mill, water mill in Elston attached to the Hermitage, apparently the remnants of which can still be seen in some places on the banks of Tunbrook. Hermitage itself is, I've got the dates here, from mid-17th century, I think, for the Hermitage, with extensions in the 18th and 19th centuries. Is that right, Jonathan? Yes. So it is very pleasing as a parish council to be able to assist you in marking the history of Elston here and redefining it as a little area in its own right. So thank you very much.
Our dignitaries to actually unveil the sign then. During the night. Yeah, that's lovely. Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor. Yeah.
It's in a nutshell. It's something special. As you can imagine, almost everything I get is around.
Yeah, I put a nice dress on. Well, okay, there, darling. Hello. Yes. So this is lemon.